the obvious DeFi elephant in the room that is a big prevention for a lot of people wanting to provide their assets is impermanent loss, which for anyone that doesn't know what that is, when you go into any type of, traditional AMN liquidity pool, when there's a delta, between, let's say one asset runs 400% and the other one goes 5%, over time, what ends up happening is through the rebalancing of the pool, you end up with less than you would have ended up with had you just held the assets individually without providing liquidity. And so a lot of the time, the returns for providing the liquidity on occasion doesn't outpace what the IL is. And so, it kind of makes it not something to do in traditional DeFi. And I'm wondering with folks that want to provide, if we're talking about big players that want to provide big amounts of liquidity, how does our infrastructure mitigate against that?
The math of the whole thing works that there's a lot of money to be made on the market making, on the exchange fees, on the payments fees, right? And all of it is, because it's integrated, it all can be rebalanced. So you can manage the risks around what you typically run into with the DEX. Another thing that I'll also point out is, because we're managing the entire system and because we're doing it with contingent transaction sets, because we're implementing things, in a way that you don't have a lot of, MEV type of possibilities. You can also prevent, even, kind of TradFi concepts like, naked short selling, right? All of the system and the way it's implemented, you can remove a lot of the shenanigans that happen in, traditional trading systems. So overall, you have a system that's a lot more efficient. It's also very cost effective. It's very fast, right? So you just have a system that's overall a lot more efficient, and all of the efficiencies that we create and the removal of all of those shenanigans go to, the users, right? It just makes the whole ecosystem much more efficient.